Hi all. Here we are discussing the NCRT biology textbook in this YouTube channel. The first session we are discussing the first chapter of botany in +1. That is the second chapter in our NCRT textbook named biological classification. Okay, the biological classification is a very important chapter in case of +1 and also in case of NCRT point of view. Okay, the entrance NEET examination is also very important chapter is biological classification. Tricky questions came from this biological classification chapter. Here in this first chapter, okay, we have analyzing the paragraph or page wise analysis of NCRT textbook here. Okay, so you can clear the concepts very well. Okay, so the first paragraph of this NCRT textbook, we are traveling through the first paragraph. Okay, here the main point is Aristotle. Okay, before that, biological classification. What is biological classification? Biological classification. Biological classification. Okay, what is classification? It is a process of grouping. It is a process of grouping according to the similarities and differences. Okay, it is a process of grouping according to the similarities and differences. Okay, that is called as classification. Every organism, every group of organism, they need a specific system of classification. Okay, so here we classify. Okay, here we classify the living things. Okay, here we classify the living things. So it is called as biological classification. Biology is study about life or living things. Okay, biology is a study about life or living things. Okay, so biological classification, the classification is a process of grouping of organisms according to their similarities or differences. Okay, here in case of biology or living things, the classification is discussing in this chapter biological classification. Okay, here what is classification? The study about the classification. The study about a classification, that is taxonomy. Okay, so taxonomical aids are also there in case of biological classification. Okay, here the biology, who is called as the father of biology? Here the importance of Aristotle. Okay, Aristotle we are discussing here in this first paragraph. We should analyze the importance of Aristotle in biological classification. Okay, in biology, first prominent classification. That is, here we are discussing the many attempts of classification is here in case of science or biology, but the classification is based on a specific criteria. Classification based on a specific criteria is from a very famous scientist called Aristotle. Okay, the first prominent classification was introduced by Aristotle, scientist called Aristotle. So he is called as the father of biology. He discussed this every concepts or every things about biology, or we are studying this in varying textbooks, okay, or NCRT textbook according to their published text or their published journals. Okay, so Aristotle also have a published textbook called Historia Animalium. Okay, history of animals. Okay, so in English, history of animals. Okay, so first textbook in biology. Okay, so he introduced the system of classification in his textbook Historia Animalis. Okay, so he is called as the father of biology. Father of biology. This textbook is mainly based on animals. Okay, so he is called as the father of zoology. Okay, biology is the study about life. Zoology is the study about animals. Okay, then he is also known as the father of ornithology, study about birds. He is called as the father of embryology, study about reproduction, that is reproductive biology. Okay, so Aristotle is called as the father of biology, zoology, ornithology and embryology. Okay, so biology can be classified into two. Biology mainly classified into two: zoology and botany. Zoology and botany. Zoology is the study about animals. Botany is the study about plants. Okay, father of zoology Aristotle. Father of botany Theophrastus. Scientist called Theophrastus. Okay, he is called as the father of botany. Okay, so the first classification was introduced by Aristotle. Okay, he classified the biological world into. He classified the biological world into plants and animals. Plants and animals. Okay, this classification, plants and animals, this classification is based on this plants and animals. This classification is based on their morphology. That is morphology. What is morphology? So the criteria here in textbook, Aristotle classification have a specific criteria for classification. This main criteria for Aristotle's classification is morphology. Okay, what is morphology? Is deals with the external features. Study based on external features of an organism. Okay, then plants are classified into three. That is herbs, shrubs and trees. Okay, they are the surface dwellers, herbs, trees, a few meter long plants and several feet long large plants are trees. Okay, it's in the base of their tallness or the height. That is a morphological features. We can see the feature according by using our eyes. Okay, the naked eyes we can see this feature. That's a height. Okay, animals are classified into two. That is red blooded. It is otherwise called as enema. The word he represent the red blooded in his textbook Historia Animalium. Okay, then non red blooded, enema. Okay, so classification of the Aristotle. Aristotle's classification is mainly based on the morphology. Why he classify only based on morphology, external features? He not select internal characters or anatomical characters, because during his period, that is BC 385 to 322, that period, okay, microscope is not invented. Okay, microscope was invented during 1665 by Robert Hooke. Okay, so after that period, 1665, we can analyze the internal structure very easily because of the presence of this this anatomical aid called a microscope. Okay, before that the microscope is not invented, so they consider the morphological characters and also superficial characters. Okay, morphological characters and also superficial characters, that is habitat, height, length, okay, their number of leaves, arrangement of leaves. These superficial characters, in case of animals, they have a flying ability of flying or not. Okay, these are the characters they consider for their classifications. Okay, it's about this first paragraph. Here he consider the morphology for his classification. He classify trees, shrubs and herbs. He also derived animals into two groups. Those have red-blooded and non-red-blooded. Okay, it's about the first paragraph. Okay, so our first class. Okay, I hope you understand this concept. Okay, if you have any doubts or if you have any suggestions, okay, so kindly give your suggestions in comment box. Okay, so this is our new beginning. Okay, so please help, okay, to improve much in YouTube channels. Okay, thank you.